Hey guys, I've decided to make a separate video with a warm-up. This warm-up you can use to any kind of workout. I have 5 really good reasons why you need a proper warm-up. The first one, it prevents injuries. Now don't be careless about this one, it's the most important of them all. The second one, it improves your physical conditioning. The third, it gets you emotionally and physically ready for the workout. The fourth, it improves your overall well-being. And the fifth one, which is also quite important, it nurtures a beneficial habit. So your lower back rounds a little bit. And we walk here a little bit. Remember to breathe. And we're going to work a little bit more actively. So we're going to a plank. And then into our downward dog. It's really important to get your back ready as well. So we're going to walk through a few more plank positions to get ready your torso. Now lift our right foot, tuck in your knee, shift weight forward so you can make a step between your hands. And again. One thing here, if you're a beginner, usually in this position looks like this. So this should not look like that. You can say blocks. You will be a little bit higher, but your back should be straight here, okay? Okay, so if you needed blocks in this exercise, you're going to need it in this one I'm going to show you now. Your back is straight, your core is engaged, and your lower back is slightly rounded. So your pelvis should be tucked in and your core should be engaged. So you can do a bit of blocks if you need to keep your back straight. And we tuck in our knee. And while we're tucking our knee, we try not to move our back. So you do a couple of times and you should feel your quadriceps burn. Your quad should burn. Okay? If you don't feel it, you're doing something wrong. Now we're putting our knee to the floor. And with the opposite hand, we're stretching the quad, which we just burned. So once again, when you're warming up, try not to stretch more than 30 seconds, okay? 20 is quite long. 20 seconds to feel that your muscle is ready, that it's warm, it's stretched. And we straighten our front foot also. If you need to check, look in the mirror, but keep your back straight. This is not a back, this is not a straight back. So this is not a straight back, this is not a straight back. Straight back is a straight back. So if you're using the mirror in your workouts, it's quite good, so you can check your positions, but try not to look in the mirror all the time. You look in the mirror, you check your position, and try to remember the feeling you have when it's correct. And then don't look in the mirror and try to understand how you feel when the position is correct. Which parts are stretching, should feel the stretch, you know. Here, if you are pulling your feet here in the flex position, your toes to yourself, so you should feel the stretch also here, okay. If your back is straight, you're pushing your tummy closer to your leg. So you should feel the stretch also. Quite good. And here, all your first exercise, you're probably going to need them in all of these exercises. Don't be scared from blocks. Blocks are your friend. So they're going to help you to feel the positions. Now we open up our feet and our knee and we stretch a little bit more. Just a couple of seconds. Good. Okay, straighten our arms on the blocks or on the floor. Lift our knee, close our foot, and cross lunge. Now here, it's awesome if you can do it on a full foot. If not, try to help with the blocks. You can hold the blocks here if you need. Switch weight a little bit back. So you can put yourself in a position where you have full foot into the floor. And perfectly if your fingers are facing up, so you're stretching everything here. And we're going into our lunge and we are rotating to our knee. The straight foot flexed. Now don't go down over here. First, you rotate in as far as you can go, and then you just try to get lower, so you feel here everything is working. And we go back. Knee is between our hands. Tuck in our leg. Leg goes up. Open up our hip. Bend our knee. Foot is flexed, and we push the foot a little bit back. So everything here is stretching, also my tummy. It's important to stretch the tummy also. So we're closing our hip, foot goes down. Make sure your downward dog position is correct. Tuck in, shoulders, shoulder blades, and we lift our left foot up. Now you don't have to go super high. Don't open that hip. The hip right now is closed. Tuck in our knee and step. And after work, remember to breathe. Your feet should be in two parallel lines. So remember, if you needed blocks, use the blocks here. We put our hands here. Control our back, tuck in our pelvis, and knee is working. Our quad is burning. And we are breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we stretch with the opposite hand. Now let's stay here 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, straighten our front leg. If you need a block, set your blocks. Make sure your foot is flexed. Your back should be straight. There is no other way around this. Straighten your back if you want to stretch your hams. And your calf and your leg. Back is straight. Now also, it's a warm-up. You're not pushing yourself into your split. There is no need for that. You're just stretching your hands. You should feel comfortable here. Remember to breathe. And active. I'm trying to go deeper into my hip so I can feel it stretch. And we stretch. Foot is parallel, and if you can, you go deeper. If no, you can stay with your straight hands. And we open up. Stretch few seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close, lift knee, open up, and stretch. Lunge position, and we rotate to our knee and stretch here. And back. Your knee is between your hands. Tuck in our foot. And we go up, open up our hip, foot is flexed, and we push back. Closing in into our downward dog position. Okay, now we go to our plank position. Make sure everything is right in their places, and we move our shoulder blade. Scapular push-ups, really important. Even if you're not a pole dancer, these are really important. So if it's too hard in your plank position, you can do it always here. Remember, not here. Tuck in your pelvis. You can lift your toes. It's going to feel a little bit deeper. Here. Okay, now we stretch. Shoulder away from your ear. Okay, coming. Make sure your lower back is not doing this. Tuck in, back is straight. The other one. And behind. Release. We flex our feet. Your quads are strong. Your knees are straight. Your back is straight. And we lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you're not doing this. Okay? If you're not sure if you're doing this, but I just showed you, you can put a block near to your back, really near, and try to control the block. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if the block didn't fall, you're doing everything right. So, okay, now we stretch a little bit. Back is straight. And we round, tuck in your chin and stretch. Exhale to the one side. Inhale and exhale to the other one. Good. On our backs. So, tuck in your pelvis. Your lower back is into the floor. Don't lift your tailbone from the floor like ever. I'm joking, okay? Lift your hands up, shoulder wide. And now we're going to straighten our feet up. Your pelvis is strong. Put our feet to our lowest position. All lift 2 more. Lower your feet and just then you lift your hands and upper body. Now if you go really low, it's really tough. And the last one. Good. Breathe in your tummy. So it releases your abs a little bit just before we're going to move forward. So when you're doing ab exercises, it's really important that your stomach does not look like a giant ball. You are inhaling, exhaling every air that you have. Now your stomach like falls inside here, and then you inhale a little bit and engage. Now when you're working your abs, your tummy should look flat, not like a big ball or balloon or something like this. Work with your breathing also, it's really important. So the next exercise, now we're going to lift the upper back and the feet. And this feels a little bit easier. Remember about your flat stomach. Two more. Good. Release and relax. So our fingers are facing in. Do not open them here. There is a difference there, and don't do it like this. Like this, it's going to be much more beneficial for you. So you can open up your shoulders and keep your hands strong, and your triceps is working, and everything is happening like it should. So your heels should be under your knees when you lift up, lift your butt up. So before you do the lifting up, you open up your shoulders, engage your core, and lift. Now here, you're also stretching and strengthening your quads at the same time. So you're not going to do many of those, so you have to do them really, really correctly with full awareness. Your legs are strong, you're pushing yourself up. Your butt is strong, you're pushing yourself up. Your core is engaged, everything is strong. Also your shoulders are working like hell. So now we're going down, full control, tucking in our belly button and pushing our back butt through our hands. And we're going up, push, engage, make sure those knees are not opening up, and we're slowly going down, butt goes through your hands. If you can, try not to touch the floor, and up, through, up, and we're going to go one more, and through. Good. Relax, round our backs. On our elbows. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Fingers are open. Hands are here, not here. Do not connect them. Keep them here. It's much easier to engage your shoulders when you're keeping your hands here, not connected. So, tailbone down, tuck in your pelvis, your plank position. Feet are hip wide. And we tuck in and straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. And little movement to the side. Don't do this much. This doesn't need to be a big amplitude movement. Small movement. Breathe. Hold your core. Hold your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. I'm really warm already. We have few exercises to go and then you're ready to do quite awesome workout. Now we are going into our downward dog position. From here we are tucking in our pelvis, going to a plank and doing a push-up, or you can call it chaturanga as you wish. So if you cannot do a push-up, you have to fight through this if you want to get stronger. So it doesn't mean your push-up should not be looking like this. That is not a push-up. It's something I don't know. I don't want to use bad words, but that's not good. So when you go into your plank, your knees are down. And here you're working with your push-up. You can lift your toes, you can keep them to the floor as you wish. It's not here. Yes, you don't open up your elbows. Your elbows are going close, right next to you. Yes, like this. So this is the easiest version, and you go as low as you can, then straight, then exhale dog. Okay. So if you're a little bit stronger than this, you go from plank as low as you can go. Like here is the lowest you can go. Then, only then, you touch your knee, you put your knees to the floor, and then you finish the push-up on your knees. And straight. Or you can go here, knees, here, and finish with the straight again. Try to find which version of this, which I just showed, works for you. So you want to progress in your push-ups, this is the only way to do it. So I hope you will get stronger by doing this. So downward dog. I'm going to show the right in the middle version. Plank, like a little bit push-up, knees down, up, exhale, down, up, exhale. Now here, I want to get stronger in my triceps muscle, so it's important that your hands are moving right next to you. So, okay, let's move forward. Try to do a yoga push. So we're going to our downward dog, tucking our pelvis, and we're going down. You can go onto your elbows here if you wish. Then you can tuck your knees and move here. Okay, if you cannot go through, but try to go low. Okay, so now we're going down, right through, and we put our hips to the floor. Now we are tucking in our pelvis, engaging our core, stretch. Your shoulder blades are pulling together. You're not switching here. You're trying to really work with your shoulders and shoulder blades and strong core and strong butt to open up your chest safely. Okay? Now we're going back into our dog and down and up dog and down. Up dog. One more time if you still have the power. Exhale. Moving to our hands. Release our hands and stretch to your straight legs. Here, you can also use blocks. No problem here if you cannot reach the floor. Your back is straight. Now we bend our left knee. And we go to our left side stretch. body should be warm. We warmed up our shoulders, our upper back, our wrists, our core, our butt. Legs should feel warmed and stretched. So we have still a little bit to work with our hips and our toes. And after that, I think you're ready to go. So usually you can do this 3 times faster than I'm doing it right now. You can do less repetitions. You can fast forward with me talking about everything so much. So just make sure you go all the way through your body like a scanner. If you don't feel safe and you don't feel like your knees are ready, do a knee rounding or do a few squats to feel ready. Okay, now we're moving on to our hips. Open it up into deep squat position. I'm pushing with my elbows, my knees away, open, wider. So if you look from the side, my back is straight here. Also, I'm not here, I'm not relaxing and chilling. I'm getting ready for a damn good workout. So I engage my glutes also, so my hips are opening wide and they are working actively. Now I push with my shoulder, my knee away, and I open up. Here, I look up. Good, there's nothing there. I try the other side. Push my knee away, I look up. Also nothing there. Great. Lift your butt, knees are straight, back is more or less straight here. And now we're trying to reach our hands and we stretch our shoulders. So if you're quite flexible, you can pulse here if you feel alright. If you don't feel good here and it's uncomfortable too much, don't do an active work. Just do it static. Static stretch to the right, to the left, in the center. Your hands goes onto your butt and then you release them. Stretch to the right one, to the left one. Good. Now we're going to a deep squat again. And we're going to work actively with our hips. So I put my hands in front of me so I can see if I'm not moving too much to the sides. You can hold a block in front of you if it's easier for you, or your hands. So my glutes are strong. I'm full feet on the floor and I'm keeping my back straight. For some, this squat may look like this here. So, and I'm trying to close my knee open, close, open. You don't have to touch the floor with your knee. You can also work just here if it feels better for you, okay? And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten your legs, exhale and stretch. Move through your hips a little bit. You can pulse down. Okay, great. Up. And last but not least, our toes. Let's say ankles, yes. Round our ankles. Switch direction. So there are lots of exercises that I use. Usually my warm-ups are not the same every time. Sometimes I use more exercises on the shoulders, sometimes I use more exercises on the core. So I try to make this warm-up a little bit from everything, so you can use it in different kind of workouts. If you don't feel like doing some kind of exercise, just skip that exercise, but make sure that part which you skipped is well warm when you get ready to work, especially when you're working on a pole. Your whole body is working on the pole. even if you don't stretch in your sides, afterwards you may feel it on pole, especially if you're trying a trick which needs a super bendy side and you haven't stretched that side, so that you leave a space for injury there. So be aware and be careful and stay focused. So, okay, we're going to stretch our calves a little bit. So, you can use a block here. If you want a deeper stretch, you can do it like me. One foot in front, the other one behind. The back is straight. And we switch. Now feet are in two parallel lines. Our hip is closed, our core is engaged. The wider the step, the more you're going to feel your calf. So I'm moving my weight down here, okay? And I'm stretching here. Do this really accurate, because usually I have a problem with students who are not very mobile in their ankles, so they usually do this with their foot. Even if they think it's straight, it still looks a little bit over there. Make sure it's really straight. It may look like you're even closing it in a little bit. It may look like this. It may look for me like this, like I'm closing them in, but I'm trying to make it correctly. Now when you shift weight onto your foot, yes, you're trying not to relax your middle feet here. This part of your foot is stable. This part is mobile. Also your ankle is mobile, but this part, the middle foot, has to stay stable so you don't relax it. If you're relaxing it, you're moving weight onto the middle foot, and afterwards your weight goes on your big finger, and it changes the movement in your ankle, in your knee, in your head, and in your back, and all the way through your body with just one little detail. So your foot is stable and strong. Don't go too deep if you don't feel safe or secure. And we switch the other one. Feet are parallel. Now if you want to work a little bit actively, you can do also this exercise a few times. So again, I'm telling you, I'm not warming up an hour every time. Just when I'm talking so much, this takes a lot of time. But I really want you to do things correctly, so that's why I made this video. So you can always skip some kind of exercise if you feel like it. Just make sure you're ready to go. And you can replace it with some other exercise if you wish. These are just the exercises I usually work with. But again, my warm-ups are never the same all the time. I usually change something, I make it differently. And my lessons are an hour and 20 minutes, so my girls are used to long warm-ups to improve their physical conditioning, because our class is an hour and 20 minutes, so we can afford it. If your class is only an hour, of course, you will not warm up for 20 or 30 minutes. You will probably warm up in 10 to 15 minutes. Just make it productive. So, this was about it. So you should feel ready after this. Well, I do now. I feel that my toes are ready. If your knees don't feel ready, because we didn't do much exercise for the knees, you can also round from one side to the other. Open them up, close them in. Also, if you're not sure about your shoulders, you can always do the rotation. So make sure they're ready. If you start your workout with a full power on spins, I suggest you do this with your shoulders and afterwards swing them. Okay, so your shoulders should be ready. So we are done with the warm-up. I hope this video will help you in your workouts, in your overall training. A lot of info, a lot of details, so I hope you learned something new. If not, I hope you remembered something you may have forgotten, use it in your practice. So good luck, train safe, safety is always first, and see you next time. Bye.